We back, and we back, and we back, and we back.
Back.
I'm dancing and we back. Welcome to the show. This is Let Me Tell You. My name is Crystal, like the champagne again.
Yes. And I'm Mildy Mia.
And we are a show that talks about movies and TV shows. This week, now that we're back,
Right.
we will be talking about Don't Worry, Darling.
Yeah. On HBO Max.
On
currently.
HBO Max. It just got HBO Max. It was in theaters a little bit ago. Now it's on HBO Max. Before we get into the movie though,
Yeah.
I've
been living. I've been going to the schoolhouse. I'm supposed to be writing a paper right now, but
this is like the end, right? This is the end, right?
Sad to say. This is supposed to be the end, but since I don't have an internship, I'm gonna have to go again in the fall. So that sucks.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Sad. You're still young. You have so much time to get that doctorate.
Yeah. Well, I don't want that anymore. I've had enough.
I want to get the doctorate.
I need a break and a vacation.
I need for y'all to stop giving up on these doctorates.
I want y'all
to be doctors.
I'll get masters and stop at masters, but
okay.
I don't need to respect that. What am I doing?
I respect. What am I going to do with this?
I don't need that. I don't need that waste of money.
Have you been keeping up on the shows and the movies and everything? Have you watched anything that you want to talk about that we haven't been able to talk about?
Yeah, I texted you about the Wendell and
Wendell and Wild.
Yeah, because I didn't think I was going to like it, but I was really like happy about it. So
how did I feel about Wendell and Wild?
Yeah, did you like it?
I liked it because I like the idea of a black girl
like Jordan
leading. I must say, I like the idea of a black girl leading a stop motion movie. Like, yes, all of that. And then it was like some of the details just didn't work out for me.
No. I'm not saying it was like the grand stand, but it was pretty decent Netflix flick.
Some of the details was like.
Some of it was fuzzy, but overall, it was pretty.
I was happy. You know how I say, I'm happy this exists. So I was happy that it existed at all.
Yeah.
I was happy that it existed.
It was given a nice little Halloween. But it had flaws, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. I started watching a new show, Daily Alaska. Alaska Daily. That's what it's called.
Oh, what's that about?
It's this about this reporter lady, and she's trying to solve the unsolved crimes of the Alaskan women.
Oh no!
It's on ABC. And
the indigenous women.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I've heard of that true story.
Yeah. So okay, sure. So they taking it and spinning it into a show because it needs to be more awareness. So this is a way. And at the end of each show, it always puts like, this is an issue.
This is like a real thing.
Yeah, like these things are currently happening. It's pretty decent. You should check it out. The first 2 episodes and tell me if you like it, because it just started. Yeah,
I will. I'll watch it.
If you like it, we can.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm willing to watch everything. I'm gonna watch it all. Most everything. What I don't watch?
Yellowstone. I keep telling you to watch Yellowstone.
Yeah, I haven't.
Don't want to watch it.
And everybody keep telling me to watch it, and
Yellowstone is good, but you're not going to watch it, so
I might watch it. I'll give it a chance. I'll put it on my list.
That's good. I've been keeping up with Abbott, of
Peacock,
course.
Right?
Yeah. Peacock. Yeah. Paramount. One of the pieces.
Yeah, I've been keeping up with Abbott as well.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the new season of Abbott. I just love seeing Quinta and Shirley Roth come on, Emmys, come on, get them everything.
I mean, I watched to support. Some of the episodes was kind of throwing me, but
which one?
First of all, the one when they keep trying to get Quinta and freaking Tyler together, like they try to get them two together. It's this weird vibe. I don't like
it. They're just trying. I think they're going for a Jim and Pam situation. And I said to Chris when he was watching it, like, well, okay, Jim and Pam took like 3 seasons. Are we going to wait 3 seasons? If they're going to get together, then go ahead and get together.
It just seemed forced. The friction and the like seemed forced. So it's just like, okay, let's just.
I understand. I understand.
Other than that, it's pretty decent.
Yeah, I enjoy it. And I like The Office a lot, and like Parks and Rec. I love those two shows.
Your type of shows, yeah.
Basically like a black that.
The janitor is my favorite character.
He's so funny. He's so funny.
Favorite.
The principal.
I like her though, Ava.
Sometimes I like her, sometimes I don't.
She be having her antics. You need somebody with antics. So I like her.
She do. And then she'll like sometimes just drop something real like deep. And you be
like,
okay. You be like, okay. I've been keeping up on everything.
What you been watching?
Everything. I've been watching everything. I'm watching. The one thing I really wanted us to do was The Woman King. I wish we did do The Woman King. It was so good.
I still haven't seen it. I felt
like they were my people. The whole movie, like, I need to go get me a spear.
Oh, beautiful.
I want a spear. I getting on Chris' nerve, jumping off the shit. I'm a goddamn warrior. I will protect our house. And he's looking like, girl, sit down. Please sit yourself down. But it was so good. That was one movie I really wanted us to do. And I was like, dang, I gotta figure out a way to do it. And the wave kind of passed, and I was like, oh no, going to the next.
Like I said, I still haven't watched the daggone thing.
It's real good.
I need to watch it.
There's a couple movies that I wanted us to talk about, but then TV shows, but it's fine. We're gonna get caught up. We're gonna get on pace. Okay, let's get into Sorry.
Not at all.
Don't worry, darling.
Yes.
Don't worry, darling.
Darling.
Okay, let's have some initial thoughts before we break down the episode. Not the movie. What was your initial thoughts of the movie?
My initial thought is they are biting off of the Stepford Wives.
Me too.
Okay.
I said, damn, this is just a Stepford Wives.
This is just the Stepford Wives in 2022.
It's like Stepford Wives meets maybe Ready Player One or Surrogate, like the movie where you're like in the simulation, but it's definitely Stepford Wives.
For a long time till it got good and we figured out what the freak was going on. I was like,
but even then it was Stepford Wives.
100%, but with a tweak.
It was Stepford Wives, and then at the very last scene with Chris Pine and the girl, I said it's even more Stepford Wives.
100%.
It's double Stepford Wives.
Yeah, 100%.
Considering that we we just have about Stepford Wives a couple months ago, so it was in my head.
Yeah, same. And I was like, all right, let's see where this goes, guys.
The trailers definitely didn't give Stepford Wives. I didn't realize it was going to be Stepford Wives until I don't remember the
trailer, so I came in blind.
I watched the trailers. That's what made me want to watch in the first place. Okay. The trailers look good.
Yeah,
the trailers look good.
Well, we're gonna get into it, but the first little half, it was a little dry. I'm gonna read the synopsis. In the 1950s, which also it was in the 1950s because I didn't catch that.
The place they were at was
1950s. Okay, all right, let's keep going. In the 1950s, Alice and Jack live in an idealized community of Victory, an experimental company town that houses the men who work on the top secret project. While the husbands toil away, the wives get to enjoy the beauty, luxury, and debauchery of their seemingly perfect paradise. However, when cracks in her idyllic life begin to appear, exposing flashes of something sinister lurking below the surface, Alice can't help but question exactly what she's doing in Victory.
She was like, what is going on around here? What's going on around here? So, the movie. So the movie, as the synopsis just told you, like who it's about, what's happening. The parts I wanted to really like, unless you had something different that you wanted to go.
I just want to say in the beginning it threw me. Because at first I'm like, oh, they seem like a happy, healthy, sexual couple. Cool. Then I'm like, wait,
it was very
she's supposed to be a lesbian? That's my initial thought. Because I'm like, I'm waiting for the twist. That's what I'm saying. I'm waiting for the twist. Remember, I didn't see the trailer. So I'm like, oh, okay, maybe her secret is she a lesbian and she living a double life. And also the way she was looking at the other lady in Ballerina, I was like, oh, who touches someone like that at the dance? Maybe she's supposed to be a lesbian.
when the other lady came in, I was like, oh, maybe she's jealous. I didn't take lesbian.
I got
took like jealous, insecure jealousy.
I got definitely lesbiana. And I was like, oh.
Bust down, lesbiana.
Right.
I want to see
like, oh, maybe
down.
She's a little lesbian and hiding from her husband. Maybe this is the scene that is going to take us. But
I mean, it could have took us down that road.
It could have, but it did not.
It did not. I didn't get the vibe, but like if you got the vibe,
the lesbian.
Bust down, lesbiana.
Cause they just seem too happy.
So, okay, so we're starting at like the opening scenes. We're gonna be heavy spoilers, guys. We're gonna get into it. 100%. The beginning of the movie, I just thought that it was setting us up for some type of failure.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be something probably
abusive.
Obviously with that marriage. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be something like, oh, they're gonna have Harry Styles out here wilding. I thought it was gonna be that. So I didn't think nothing about the town for real.
Okay.
I didn't think nothing about the other women other than they was likely experiencing something similar. I'm like, it's gonna be something about this marriage. It's gonna be wild. Maybe he got a whole nother marriage. Maybe he beating on her. I thought it was something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I also thought it was gonna be a sci-fi element because the trailer gives sci-fi. In the trailer, it's a scene where Florence Pugh, Alice,
she touches the thing.
The glass comes at her.
That's when I got sci-fi. Right.
Yeah, I'm like, it's about to be something supernatural.
Yeah. In the movie, when she touched the thing, I was like, oh shit, they fooling with the aliens.
Yeah, something maybe Harry Styles is the alien, and that's why he's acting that way. Okay. I thought it was gonna be something supernatural, but really focused on Harry Styles, Jack being the linchpin of the shenanigans. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I could see that.
From the beginning, I said, this is just too much. Like, you ever seen the movie Vibranium?
I probably had to look it up. I'm not good with names all the time.
Vibranium. Damn. Either way, Jesse Eisenberg is in it, and it looks kind of like this like cookie cutter cul-de-sac, but like shit goes left. And in the end, it's aliens. So I'm like, okay, maybe that's the same type of energy
that is given.
But it was not. It was not. So, like you said, it opens with them and this cul-de-sac, like you said. Then they show the women, the men leave for work, and the women go and do 1950s fancy shit. They go to the shops. They all in the dance class.
Right.
They take a little trolley.
Because at first it's like, okay, this is supposed to be that time period. Until we figure out it's absolutely not.
It's absolutely not.
So like it seemed good at first. And honestly, you know what I initially thought when like the stuff was starting to go awry? And she's like, oh, what are you guys doing at the facility? I'm like, oh shit, maybe they're just making weapons. Like the regular
I did too.
Shit,
maybe like The Hills Have Eyes. Like,
right,
it's like
they just making bombs.
Weapons.
Right. So like, okay, you don't want to tell your wife you're making weapons and shit. This town's supposed to be nice and we getting
maybe
families.
It's the Manhattan Project. It was not.
We don't know. I'm thinking it's normal stuff, right?
This Area 51. Nope.
We just living. So I'm like, okay, it was still making sense for me. I'm like, oh, this could be happening.
So while they're in the ballet studio, the main character, Alice, she gets like frazzled by something and it's like her focus is off. And it shows her going in and out of that like hypnotizing joint.
Yeah, after she touched the daggone. First of all, no, let's circle back for a moment.
Okay, all right.
No, because like before she got to the hypnotizing, the only reason why she even touched the damn glass sliding door is because she think her and the damn trolley driver can save a man from the crash. So I see a plane. He crashed.
That's a jump ahead. So mind you, so they go to all the women go to like the pool or some shit, and they're like judging this one other woman, Margaret.
Yeah.
So they tell the story of Margaret, and the story of Margaret is that, first of all, she's one of 3 Black women.
At least we had some. Okay, you gotta get what you can get.
I was happy that she was like kind of a main character.
Right.
Her character was a part of the storyline. So I'm like, come on, Margaret.
The other one was in the background. I was happy to see girl in the trolley.
So Margaret, one of the major rules of living in Victory is to not go to the headquarters. Don't go into the desert. You have to stay in where they let the women be. If you go beyond, you're in trouble. So Margaret saw a plane. There's no planes. They never seen planes fly over this town. So one day Margaret sees a plane and she has her child with her, and her child go chasing the plane.
See, I didn't know Margaret also chased the plane.
Chased the plane. She went out into the desert, and then when she got caught, her son died. Hard wink.
Right.
Hard wink is that she came out of the desert without her son. She was punished for going into the desert and to the headquarters by taking her son away from her. Mm-hmm. So that's the first, that's our first clue that
something is off.
They're controlling everything these women do. They have no freedom. They can't even go on a hike.
No, I don't know, because that was still that makes sense to me, because if they are doing secret military things and it's dangerous, because it is a fucking desert. That's pretty dangerous to be walking you and your child in the desert. So it's walking, because I'm like, this shit look crazy. That's a little shenanigans on her part. Of the desert. Not safe. So it makes sense to be this is restricted.
When Margaret gets back to with everybody else, the rumor is that she's crazy. She was hallucinating. Right. None that's real. She's supposed to be on medicine. Killed. She's psychotic. Right. She got her son killed. And then the women think that she left her son in the desert somewhere.
No, it's he just died.
They think something happened in the desert with the son. She somehow caused her child to be dead in the desert. Yeah. So Margaret is now ostracized. Nobody talks to her. We're not her friend no more. She crazy. Other than Alice. Alice was like, oh, she's having a mental issue. Alice was kind of supportive. Of Margaret up until the thing happens. So one day Alice is bored and she's like, I want to get out of the house and go in the trolley. So she's on the trolley. She just wanted to get a day out of the house in the trolley. She's in the trolley, and then that's when she sees the red plane
crash.
Rain plane crash. She says to the trolley man, hey, we gotta go help. This plane crash. The trolley man hey.
Because what in the hell is the trolley man and she gonna do in the plane crash victim? How were they gonna help him?
Go home and call the cops.
She if you don't want to stop it, I'm gonna go out there in the freaking desert and save the man from the plane crash. I don't know the exact coordinates with a plane crash. I don't have any medical equipment. I have no freaking cell phone, but I'm gonna go walk the desert and save the man from the crash.
She should have went home and called the cops.
And called
911. Or her husband. EMT. Mm-hmm.
I'm in the real world, you're not going to run out and try to save someone from a freaking plane crash. I mean, you're not equipped to do that. You mean what? You're going in the desert?
I would.
You're freaking nuts.
But we have cell phones now. If we didn't have cell phones, I would drive to the plane crash and try to save somebody.
He was not driving. You're walking. No. Don't.
I'm driving. That's what the trolley man. So I would have asked the trolley man first. Trolley man no, we can't do it. Then I probably would have went home, because in the middle, what am I supposed to do?
In the freaking desert.
You go home and then you try to call the cops and the ambulances and get some help for the people.
I'm saying I'll call right then and there, but.
How? They don't have cell phones or nothing.
No, I'm saying if it was me in this world today and a man, I see someone.
I would have called an ambulance.
I would never walk.
But I would have went over there too.
I would never walk to the crash. I am in no way a first responder. I cannot pull a man out of a burn.
You got your CPR training?
Yeah, but hell, I'd fire. Everything. I don't know where that man is. That man's whole leg is off. And what the CPR gonna do?
You can make a tourniquet.
No way help. You know what? I could have done that. I'm not helping that man. She is nuts to think she was going to help that man. I'm a housewife. Making roast.
I'm not helping that man. There's nothing I can do for her.
Nothing I can do. I'm going to have to call my husband for you. I'm sorry. Hey, hon. On the trolley by the headquarters. Y'all might want to check. The plane crashed. I don't know what she thought she was going to do.
She was going to help the.
That's one of the parts that pissed me off.
If I'm being transparent, I probably would have been just like her.
Freaking nuts. I'm a housewife want to save the man.
Try to help. Man, it's like, oh my God. let's go help. Oh my God, he could be dead. Oh my God, they could be hurt. Like, oh my God.
Walk in the desert.
Let me go.
With no water and no coordinates to save someone. In a place you've never been.
So she walked into the desert. She's trying to save him. As she's walking, now mind you, when the plane crashes, to me it crashes like in the mountains close enough for her to see. But when she starts walking, it gets further away. Like the distance between where she was in the plane crash is further. So she's walking through the desert. She makes it to like the building that has the headquarters, and she gets up to it and she touches it.
Yeah.
And then she just
blood, eyeballs, brain, MRI, vision.
And she wakes up in her
ladies
bed.
dancing in the pool.
She wakes. The hypnotism is over.
It's over.
She wakes up in her bed back at her house, and her husband is there, and he's like cleaning up for her and cooking for her because he's like, "You were asleep when I got home. Right. You was tired. I just wanted to help you get your foot off or whatever." What is that?
That is the.
I can't tell what that is.
It's if you're looking at those dots, that is probably from our image.
Oh, from my champagne.
Yeah. Crystal like the champagne. That is your
Crystal like the champagne. Didn't even know the bubbles was from the champagne. My bad, y'all.
For sure.
You miss me.
But you saving somebody from burning in the grave. Just saying. Don't know if he would need your help.
I'll say when you, we might both end up completely fucked up.
Not a lot.
But I'm gonna try. Oh my goodness. So I don't even know what I'm saying. So the she wakes up in her bed. House. Yeah. The husband is there, Harry Styles. He's like, "Love, I love you. Love, 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 more love."
Right.
But they just kind of ignore what happened.
Well, she said it. She was like,
she did.
"Oh, freak, how did I get home?" He like, "Oh, babe, you been here?" She like, "No, a plane crash."
I saw a plane crash. Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Babe, it's all right. You just had a bad dream." And she's like, "Oh shit, yeah, I should just had a bad dream."
Been crazy.
Like, no, for real though, dreams do be crazy because I be having bad dreams.
Me too.
So, like, I believe her and be like, "Oh, damn, that shit was just crazy." Like, and then went on to the went on.
It don't help that she's also having flashbacks and memories, dreams of times that doesn't make sense for where she's at right now. She's having memories of her being in like a modern bed with her husband that don't match to the 1950s.
Right.
So she's having these flashbacks throughout the movie in general. So after the plane crash situation, the husband is getting honored at work. This is not in order, guys. It's close to order, but like it's kind of in order.
We know what we feel. Bear with us.
The husband is getting honored at like this banquet or whatever. And Chris Pine is the main guy.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name in the movie.
His name was like Frank.
It is Frank. So Frank,
I think he's a handsome guy. On the side.
Chris Pine, yes.
Something
Come on,
about
Kirk. Come on, Kirk. I think he's a little thick neck. He has a weird thick neck.
He got like a confidence about him. I don't know. I like it.
His energies.
I like it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Chris Pine.
Sure. Okay. What's the request? Yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. For sure. Yes. But I agree. I also have that. He's a very attractive man.
I like it.
But he is in charge of Victory. He's the creator of Victory. So he is honoring Jack. And so the wife gets to the event and she's like, "I just don't feel good. We gotta go. I got a bad energy." Oh, I skipped the part.
You did. A major.
Like 2 parts. The glass.
And Margaret slit her freaking throat.
And she calls Alice and she's like, "Hey, we gotta talk about the damn shit." And she's like, "No, we ain't gotta talk about nothing. Like nothing happened." Like, girl.
Margaret like, "Bitch, I know you touched the glass. Like, you're seeing it too. Do not play me like a fool." How
do you think Margaret knew that she touched the glass?
The glass?
Yeah.
Because Margaret was having those same visions. She sensed that shit. This is the thing. Okay, this is my theory. I feel like once you touch the glass and slightly come out of that psychosis, you can tell when another person's out of that psychosis. So she felt that tethering of like, okay, bitch, you also seeing what I'm seeing. Let me call you. And then she put the script on her.
I know you touched the damn shit. And she
yeah, I feel it. I feel your energy, yo.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Trying to play it off. Ain't no playing it off, man.
Bitch, I just hung up on her.
She's like, nope. Oh, you stupid. Whole time, the girl, so the glass thing happens, which is like a glitch in the system or whatever. She's washing the glass.
I got something to say after that part.
And the glass comes at her. And like she's like,
she was up on that glass.
And she's like, oh my God. And then like the glass goes back. And it was like,
my God.
I said, girl, that would have been another reason why I had to go.
Girl, you know what pissed me off during her psychosis? Back to reality. When she wanted to put that damn saran wrap on her face. You remember that part?
Why did she do that?
Pissed me off. I don't know why she did it. She started wrapping so much damn saran wrap. And it started, of course, not fucking breathing anymore effectively.
That's how it works.
She tried to take it off. She tries to peel it from the back of her head first.
And then like popping her mouth.
What are we doing? How is this
I didn't
reality?
get the purpose of that. Like, why did she do that?
I do not know. It was so baffling. Like just being a full-on nutcase. Like it had me believing like maybe she's a fucking nutcase. Because
maybe that was the purpose to try to throw us off.
Okay, that's fair. Because I was like, what are we doing?
I thought it was some type of like scene that they filmed that connected to another scene. They edited that, like they cut a scene in the movie that made sense why she did that. Like, oh, they must have edited out whatever made sense for this because I don't get this at all. But they wanted to keep it because it looked cool.
I guess.
Anyway, so they go to the banquet and she's like, I don't feel good. I want to go home. I don't want to be here. We gotta go. But the husband is in the middle of like getting promotions. Like he's in the middle of like they get a little thing on him and he has to do a little dance. What was with the dance?
I fucking don't know. It was real, like it was weird. It was weird.
Because he looked like he hated it. And he was enjoying it.
Frank was making a mockery of him.
That's what you think was happening?
100%. He was like, dance, boy. Come on, boy, dance.
He did. Look at this boy go. Make him spin.
Yeah.
He was spinning. And
he was making a mockery and embarrassing him because he know his wife was onto his stupid ass.
His wife wasn't even there though.
Yeah, but it's still like you let your okay.
The wife
we know that they supposed to be monitoring their wives without giving too much. So it's like
a punishment.
Right. That's how I took it.
Oh.
He wanted to embarrass him.
That makes way more sense.
And if we didn't
because
know
he was looking at him like, okay, that makes more sense.
Right. If we didn't know the grand scheme, it also could be another form of embarrassment because it's like I am in a hierarchy. So now he's his boss promoting him. Now you have to embarrass yourself for this promotion.
That's what I thought was maybe hazing.
It's a power. Either way,
like the important men now, so some type of hazing.
I thought it was a power of like embarrassing him because his wife was onto him. But no matter the way you look at it, he was definitely trying to
power trip.
Power trip, yeah, 100%. He was dance boy. Make him. I was like,
make him do the spin, do the spin move. I was like,
doing the damn thing.
Why is this what we're doing? This seems mean.
Why is this happening?
And because Jack didn't look like he enjoyed it. Jack looked like he was like he hated it.
Yeah.
When he was dancing, when he was spinning, like all of it, he just didn't like he was having a good time.
No, yeah, I don't think he liked it one bit.
All while that's happening, Alice is in the bathroom with Bunny. We haven't talked about Bunny.
Because Bunny pissed me off at the end.
Me too. Because Bunny could have just told her in the fucking bathroom what was going on. But instead she waited. And it
when I tell you, I was like, really, Bunny? You could just say some shit when we was in the bathroom.
Bunny, you's a bitch.
You won't play my girl Margaret like that? Like you couldn't just say something.
All of it. So like Bunny was really Margaret's villain. Like she was like Margaret is crazy. She's not our friend. She was our friend until she went crazy. When she could have had empathy for Margaret because she knew what was going on. No one's asking you to like give up the secret, but she could have had empathy for
it. It just pissed me off about Bunny. And I was liking Bunny, you know. I didn't mind her.
Mm-hmm. She never did it for me. So when she went left, I was like, yup.
I like a drunk that's a chain smoker, you know.
She directed this movie with Olivia Wilde.
Okay. She did good. She did good.
She did. Olivia Wilde's a great actress. I ain't gonna take it from her.
You know,
she does it, and she's a great director.
At the end, I was vibing with her again. At the tail end, but she did great. Yeah.
So they're in the bathroom, and Alice is telling Bunny what happened to her. I went to the desert. There was a plane. I touched it. I woke up in my bed. I don't know what's going on. Bunny's like, girl, don't be saying no shit like that.
You cannot go out there. They have one rule to keep us safe.
You want to ruin this all for us.
You're not saying, well, you know what though? She did warn her though, because she said, don't tell nobody else.
She did.
Like, you need to keep this hush. Like,
you need to stop it right now. Like, you're doing a lot. So I guess the next day, because it's not the same night, the next day maybe, they go back to their house.
Yeah, it had to be like the next day.
Because it was like right after they got mantled. So they have like a dinner party or whatever, and they invite their friends. Nick Kroll's in this. I haven't talked about him, but he's just like, I think he's Bunny's husband, maybe.
Yeah, but he in there just to be in there. He ain't really.
Yeah, like he must have had something to do with the production. I love Nick Kroll, but they didn't use him. Yeah. They didn't use him in any way, shape, or form. Nick Kroll is like a comedian. Why not do funny shit with him? Anywho, Nick Kroll, Bunny, I think they together. Then it was no. Nick Kroll
wasn't there.
His Bunny wasn't there. So whoever Nick Kroll's wife was,
it's the pregnant lady.
Was it?
Because it was the pregnant lady, and then the guy that was
the Indian guy, the native guy, not native. He was like Indian, I think. I'm sorry, Middle Eastern Arab, the Arab guy, and Nick Kroll and their wives, and then Frank and his wife.
Yeah,
that lady, the Asian lady, what's her name? Gemma Chan. Great. Every time she's in something, I'd be like, she's finna be a whole villain.
And
she's finna be a whole villain. Every time I see her, like she's about to be.
Her name in this was Shelly.
The villain. Shelly. Finna be a villain. So
Nick Kroll was Dean.
Dean, but who was his wife?
I feel like it was Bunny.
But Nick Kroll was at the dinner party, wasn't he?
Okay, then Peg was his wife then.
Peg. So another show, the sidebar, sorry guys. Another show I wanted us to watch is League of Their Own.
Okay.
She's in that show. She's in League of Their Own. They did a remake of League of Their Own on Amazon. It's very cute, very enjoyable. I enjoyed it. But she's in that show too. The same as that character. She's in this character.
That's her.
She's in that. This must be her range.
That might be her typecast, 100%.
I don't think she has much range beyond this character because I've only seen her in two things, and she.
And this is her.
Same thing. Same thing.
Play at your strengths.
So they're at the dinner party or whatever, and Alice is in the kitchen and she's like cooking the food, and Frank comes in there and he's like, hey, I know you know some shit is up.
Son of a bitch.
So what's good with it? And she's like, okay. And he's like, nah, not for real. Like I want you to break it because I need somebody to learn. I thought Margaret was gonna do it. Margaret didn't do it. She's back in the fucking loony bin. You might have it though. So Alice took this as a challenge.
Her up. No,
she took the bait.
I took it as trapment. As soon as she started yapping.
You said you think he trapped her?
Yeah. As soon as he started talking, I was like, oh, he's trying to set her up for sure. 100%.
I think he was setting her up in a way that's like, okay, this is a cat and mouse game, right? I'm the cat, you the mouse. Other way around. I'm the mouse, you the cat. You're going to have to catch me. Come catch me.
I don't think so. Because he knows no one would ever believe her.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what he was trying to get her to be like, hey, this is basically he was challenging her to find him. In my opinion, he's challenging her to be like, okay, you know what's going on, right? Or you think you know what's going on. Yeah. Catch me.
Expose
and she was too busy focused on the surface level stuff that she didn't realize that it was like bigger than what she thought.
Grand scheme. I thought he was really trying to make her embarrass herself because he knew no one would trust her. I am freaking baiting you right now. Like, go ahead, so I can just laugh at you with me and my wife because I know no one's going to believe you. You're going to make a fool of yourself. She didn't have no credibility.
I think he really believed she had a chance.
That he wanted to challenge, really?
Because he said that. He said, nobody has ever challenged my system. Let's see if you can do it. Let's see if you got it. So I think he really thought that she was going to be able to bring down the system or whatever, but she wasn't. No. First thing is sis went in the dining room like, I got you, nigga.
Let's go. Where did y'all meet? Detroit? Oh, don't you think that's funny?
Y'all was on a train station.
Yeah. We all vacation in Cancun. Yeah.
We all went on our honeymoon to the Poconos.
Right. All right, ma'am.
They was like,
where does the food come from? Where does the milk come from?
Right. They was like, the fucking store. Like,
you're crazy. And then Frank wanted to be this part pissed me off. So remember when Frank was like, oh, well, you didn't say nothing when you was in my room?
They did mess around in the room.
But why the freak would the husband look so shook, like he think the wife
didn't know that she saw it. He didn't know that Frank saw it.
I thought he was taking it like she slept with him because everybody gasped like, oh, the room.
No, the fact that they had sex in Frank and Shelley's house is enough to be like, you had sex in the boss's room?
But he didn't say it like that though. He was insinuating like, that we was
he was
around.
Insinuating that you didn't think that you knew what was going on when you was fucking in my room. See, now what? Like he said, like
he was insinuating that they slept around.
Like we was fucking in the room. No,
yeah, because he said it weird.
He said it like you was fucking in my room and you didn't think twice about it then.
Because I'm like, what the hell you mean, Frank? Because not saying you and your husband. No, because you would say you didn't say anything when you and your husband was doing the deal in my room. He didn't say you and the husband. He just said you.
Because she saw him.
Yeah, but why not include the other partner that she was doing?
You saw me see you. You didn't think twice when you was in my room.
I'm including the husband. I would include the husband too in that statement.
Jack,
like, that's insinuating.
Because Jack was just fooling around with his wife. He didn't give a hell where it was at.
Yeah,
Jack wasn't accusing Frank of anything.
Yeah, but I still would have said when you and Jack was in my room. I would have said it like that. Not when you was in my room. Take away any
suspicion of him. I don't think nobody thought that he was though. Nobody thought that she was messing with Frank.
We don't know. We don't know what their wives and husbands thought.
They had a sparring session and Alice lost.
100%.
She lost. She had embarrassed her husband.
Yeah. And he just got the promotion.
She embarrassed herself. They're like, oh, are you taking your meds? Because now you need meds because you're crazy now.
I know.
It's like, damn, now you need meds.
Now you need to go on vacation.
Now you got to go to rehab or whatever they do.
They got to go to rehab.
So that evening, her and Jack are arguing or whatever, and she's like, we just got to go. Please, can we please leave? Please, 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 baby. I was so sad for Jack.
But Jack?
I just felt like she put him in a bad place.
I'm your wife. These people are making me think I am crazy. I said it's time to go. We will find another job.
Fuck these people. Just us. We can go anywhere. I felt bad for both of them.
I did not feel bad for Jack.
Both sides I felt bad for. I really did. Like, dang.
No, I did not feel bad for Jack. Jack pissed me off in that moment.
He was like, this is our life. Like, I've sacrificed so much for this to be our lives. Like, I'm working
so hard this life. These people are making me think I am crazy. He just embarrassed me in our home. Are you crazy?
I mean,
it is time to go.
But listen. He embarrassed her in her own. By her own choice. By her own choice. Like, she could have not went out there on that shit. She could have been
I should have went out there, but I don't care.
Listen, in my edits, she should have played chess instead of checkers. She went out there jumping damn shit rather than like looking at the board.
You know, yeah.
She's stupid. So like in one way he did embarrass her at home. But another she went out there trying to challenge this man when she knew when he came in that kitchen that he was about that shit. He was
and
a
I'm
wolf.
telling you, babe, he came in the kitchen and told me this shit. It's time for us to go. Are you kidding me? Are you really gonna make us stay? Are we really having a debate right now?
She said, please. And he said, okay. And I was like, this is not gonna go well.
Jack.
That first okay was like that. What's about? I just knew something was about to happen.
The fact that he was upset that they had to leave pissed me off. He told me something, Jack, come outside. Let me talk to you.
Yeah.
No. You just try to embarrass my wife. Fuck this job. We're leaving.
I don't know. It's complicated.
I protect my spouse. We ain't staying. Forget that 401k.
So this is how I'm thinking about it, right? So they live somewhere that's paid for by the company, right? Mm-hmm. Everything that they have is basically because he works where they are. I'm not saying don't leave. I'm saying they need to use tax right now because last thing you want to be is homeless next, you know? So like there should have been, of course his boss is going to reprimand him for being embarrassed by his wife. That's a part of like professional shenanigans. If you go to dinner with your boss and your wife is like, nah, fuck you, motherfucker. Come here. We got to talk about this.
Okay. All right.
Your wife just said, fuck me, motherfucker.
And I'm like, was y'all not going toe to toe back there? Because
and if you care about your job and your career that you've worked hard for, you do kind of have the conversation, you work it out. All this is happening in the moment. It's not like it's like a day later. This is all in like an hour.
Not over my spouse. I'm not choosing my job over my spouse.
I'm not choosing my job over my spouse either.
Yeah, you just said you had to think about it. So you're leaving the man behind.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Keep working at the day going.
I'm saying I'm using tact. I'm saying, no, I'm not saying.
You're leaving his ass with the kids so you can stay working.
I'm saying that we have to use tact. You can't just be like, fuck you, motherfucker, get out of my house. And now he's like, well, you know what? Actually, no, it's my house. Y'all get the fuck out right now. So it's his car. Walk.
No problem. No problem.
That's not how it works.
No, that's how it works. I'm staying by mine.
It's
that lady was crying.
You go inside, you go outside, you use tact.
We ain't got no savings. We ain't got no saved up. Gone. We are freaking get all your shit. She packed the lunch. She packed the clothes. We are gone.
You de-escalate the situation with your manager, with your boss. Let me say manager with your boss. You de-escalate. Then you go in the house and you figure out what happened with your wife. My issue with him is that he did not figure out. He didn't say, wait, get the boss out the house. Come back in the house and go, okay, honey, what just happened? So that she can explain herself. That's the part that I didn't like. Like, you do use tact in the moment to like get these people out of your house. You get your boss on their way. Then when you get back in the house, you go,
get your shit, babe. We're leaving.
No, you want to tell me why. You want to talk to me.
She did. She was crying.
No, she sounds like
he
a fucking
is controlling
psychopath.
us. He is doing everything. He told me in the kitchen. He harassed me in the kitchen. He doing all the things.
What did he say in the kitchen, honey?
She just told you at the table, Jack, because now you're not fucking listening. Because now, but you know what? Honestly, I'd have left Jack ass. Forget you. You want to be with the boss? You can be with the boss. You want to stay here? Fine.
You want to fuck Chris Pine? You can fuck Chris Pine all day.
Right. You can fucking stay. I'm taking my shit and I am gone.
You want to fuck with Chris Pine? Go fuck with Chris Pine. Leave me the hell alone.
You want to be a Frank's ass? You can be a Frank's ass. I'm gone. I could not believe he really was like hesitant with her.
I think you use tact. Maybe that's the part that like this is the oh my goodness. The older you get, the more you know that you have to do things with a gentle hand. But I knew from the moment he said okay, the next scene or steps is going to be bad.
Oh, it's going to be
hours.
nuts. Yeah,
I knew it.
The moment he was also crying about leaving. Yeah,
you can tell it broke his heart. It could be why I felt bad for him because he's like, babe, come on. But the whole time, the twist is a part of it too. So like after you know the twist, you're like,
because Jack could have said something right then and there too.
Of course he's acting that way because of the twist. You know, at that point you're like, of course he's acting that way. But like in the moment, you're like,
no, because even that, like, okay, even after I found out about the twist, I was like, okay, Jack, you could have just said it right here. Because remember when they was taking her,
he could have said to her,
I'll be good. Yeah. I can right then and there. You could have just disclosed and had a conversation.
I don't think he was supposed to do that. So this is my issue with the
end.
He
wouldn't have. No, he shouldn't have. But I'm just saying.
My issue with the end of the movie in general, the last maybe 20 minutes, is that like it was too many blank spots. Cause like
it was.
How do you know she wouldn't have been down if you didn't talk to her? That's what she was saying when she was talking like her choices. Like you took away her choices. A lot of times, a lot more people are willing to do some wild shit. If you just have
a conversation with them. Yeah.
If you're not even giving them a chance, and you just take away their choices, that's how you get to what, you know.
Would you go? Would you go to the town?
Maybe. It's not completely off the list.
Would you go to Victory as the wives, or would you want to have that understanding before you went?
I want to know.
Yeah.
I want to know. I want to be able to get up. Let's get to the end.
Yeah.
And then we can come back. Let's put this in a pen, put it somewhere, remember to go back to that. Let's remember to go back to that. So in the end, when they lead up, he says, yes, we can go. She's like, we have to go right now. So she packs up all their stuff, you know, a bag and a little lunch. Yeah, they get in the car and he's not starting the car. He's just sitting there. He looks upset. And she's like, we gotta go. And while he looking upset, the minions.
I'm sorry.
They come and they grab her out the car. She's like, oh my God. Like she thinks she's getting kidnapped or something. So
no, she knew what was happening.
No,
because she seen it happen to Margaret. That's why she was pleading with him, like, I can be good. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'll be good.
She thinks she's getting kidnapped like Margaret. Like she doesn't know what happens next, but she knew that they took Margaret and then they brought her back or whatever. But she's like, oh shit. You know, she's panicking, like, please, I'm sorry, please, like, fuck it, I'll stay, please don't do this. They hurting me, please. And
like an asshole. He just, I'm so sorry, I had to.
Not like an asshole, he said. You feel like
I'm like, have no reason.
I felt bad for Jack this whole time.
You have no right to be sad. If you put us in this predicament, you don't get grievance in this situation, sir. You freaking told on your wife. That lady was cooking, cleaning, fucking him.
I think they listening. I don't know if he told. I think they listening in the house.
Oh, in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You even called Jack just bring up shit that had nothing to do with nobody.
You might be
not
right.
Jack, Frank. Frank just know everything all the time. So I was assuming that Frank
was listening in the house.
Yeah.
Saying that she wanted to go.
Mm-hmm. So when they went to once they got to the car, the minions came and got her because
he knew they were coming. I guess he couldn't stop it.
Maybe because he knows how the game works. Oh shit.
Yeah.
He knows how it works. You know. Sorry guys. I think I just gave away the. It's okay. Sorry.
Not too much.
So they take her. They put her in what we would call like a insane asylum, where they give her like shock therapy and erase whatever's going on with her, refix her brain.
Yeah. Treatments.
So she comes back to the town and she's like reset.
Period.
And she's with Bonnie again because Bonnie stopped being her friend because she was crazy. So
she really stopped. She just didn't come to the dinner.
Because she was crazy.
Yeah, but I don't think she just stopped being her friend. She just needed some time apart.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
I thought Bonnie was on the ops. I was like, nah.
Oh no, she for sure was an op. But
I think this Bonnie was like, nah, I can't fuck with you because you about to mess up my thing. So that's why Bonnie just stopped fucking with. That's what I thought.
Because she came back to be her friend.
Because she got reset.
Yeah.
So she got reset. She's back hanging out with Bonnie and Bonnie's kids and everything. And she don't remember everybody in the town. She done forgot some people, which is
shock
like
therapy, you know.
Like,
yeah.
They reset her. And then that evening, it's like the same day, right?
Girl, it's the same night. Yes.
That very same evening, she's in.
Oh no, you know what? It might have been the next day.
It was like right after she got back. Yeah. She wasn't back long.
Yeah.
She wasn't back long before she's cooking for the husband.
Husband at work.
The husband is like humming a song. It's like I think it's that I think
it sound like I'll Take Care of You or some shit.
Mr. Sandman. Something like that, like Bring Us a Dream. It's like one of those like 50s hummy songs. And it reminds her, like her memory comes back of the time before she got to Victory. And she's like, wait, hold up now. Her whole body just like starts to like crumble. And she remembers her whole entire life before they got to Victory.
Like, holy shit.
This was a whole doctor.
Bro, that would piss me off the most, I think. That's not a whole profession.
It reminded me so much of fucking Stepford Wives.
Yeah. And then, okay, only thing different from Stepford Wives, her husband was actually still doing some things. Jack wasn't doing jack shit.
Yeah. How did Jack afford this? He has a job when he's not there.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, because he got to pay the bills. That's why he was saying, like, I'm working so hard.
Remember, he's also hooked up.
Only when he's in Victory. When he's gone to work, he's not hooked up.
Yeah, he's working somewhere with Victory. Like, he's doing that.
Oh, yeah. So when he's not in Victory, he's working out in the real world.
He's probably doing the outreach shit. Because remember, the new guy that came, he's probably doing the outreach and getting more people. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
that's how
in my mind he was doing something completely different. But that
hell no, works. He had no real job.
That works.
He was doing something
because they had like a support group or some shit in the end of the movie, right? Where like when they was doing the breakdown. Okay, sorry, we skipped. So she has a memory of being a doctor.
Period.
She's a doctor. She is married to Jack, but Jack ain't doing shit.
He ain't shit.
Jack in the house watching YouTube videos about this.
I'm hungry.
He come home like, what's for dinner? She's like,
bitch, I just did a double. I'm doing open heart surgery. Like, the fuck? You didn't eat?
I'm asking you, nigga, why you ain't cook? Like, what do you mean?
You're like, I didn't know what you wanted. You never text back. Oh, I'm in the OR.
I'm in surgery. I can't have my cell phone.
I didn't know what you wanted.
Why didn't you tell me? I've been a surgeon for a long time. You know I can't have my daggone cell phone.
He didn't look like he washed his ass all day.
Girl, he sitting in the dark all day. Sitting in the dark watching YouTube videos. So we got their energy. Be like, oh, okay, she's working very hard. She's frustrated. She's tired. Neither one of their needs are being met because he wants to be romantic and lovey on her. And she's like, no, let's work 30 fucking hours. I don't want to do this with you. I'm going to sleep.
And honestly, if she probably would have cooked for good sis and ran her a nice fucking bath, she might have sucked his dick. But did he do that?
Part?
No.
That part. I think that in general, this is me on the sidebar on my crate. In general, if people made more of an effort to make sure that your partner's needs are being met, they would have more sex with you.
Period.
The fact that she comes home from a 30-hour shift
in the OR,
in the OR, saving lives, you have done nothing. You should have had food cooked, bath ran, because the only way your need of having sex is going to be met is if her needs are going to be met.
Honestly,
the only way it's going to happen. Y'all have to be in some type of
apartment with no lights on. You think I want to have sex with you?
I was like, damn, Jack.
Yeah, hell no.
Damn, Jack. When she came in there, when he said that, I was like, first of all, in another sidebar, Harry Styles is an Englishman, right? He has an English accent. The Jack outside of the Victory?
English.
He sounded American. I thought, oh, he's less attractive. He is not as attractive without that accent.
From Detroit. From Michigan.
He lost some of his attraction when he lost his accent.
But he was clean cut though. I liked him in Victory. He was nicely done. He was clean. He had his little suit on. You wanted Detroit Jack? Then he washed his ass.
Victory Jack was fine.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I wanted not Detroit Jack. They was in New York.
Philly? They from Philly?
Yeah. one, because I don't know if those stories was made up or not. Because remember she was saying,
right, because they might not even be from Philly. I don't know what it. They was in some city though.
Yeah,
some city. But either way, he was not attractive compared to Victory Jack, who is fine.
I might say
the moment he dropped that accent, I was like, oh, I don't know.
Sis really had a flashback, and he just.
So she has a flashback of their lives before they got there, and she's like, "What the fudge is happening?" And he's like, "I'm sorry, babe. I love you.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I just want to be with you, babe."
You said it didn't matter where we were, and then he showed the way that he had to care for her. That shit was creepy.
I don't like that. Well, we saw that, but she don't see that, right? She didn't know that.
No, but I thought he was maybe explaining it to her as he was saying. Oh,
so they were flashing it to us, but he was telling her what happened.
So that's how I took it.
It's giving. What was our last episode? Dang, Upload.
Yeah.
It gave Upload where like he had like put water in, like she's hooked up, tied to the bed, eyes like this, so she can be hypnotized by the ceiling, and he's like dropping water and shit in her mouth to keep her alive. She's healthy. She's all bruised up, meaning that he probably had to knock her out to hook her up and hypnotize her, right?
I just felt like she was malnourished. I just,
well, they had a scene where he was dragging her.
Holy shit! I must have missed that part.
Yeah, they just showed her legs being dragged on the hallway, and I was like, oh, he must have somehow.
Oh,
there was some sleeping medicine. Yeah. Maybe he drugged her or something, which is just as bad as knocking her out. But he put that, she passed out, she's in the bed, and now she's tied to the bed. She is conscious.
Yeah.
She is conscious when she's not hypnotized. Once she's hypnotized, she's back in Victory. So like we get the twist. The twist is that they are both in a simulation when they are in Victory.
But he gets to come out.
He gets to come out of Victory and go to work. Right. When he's out of Victory, what has happened to her?
She's just there.
Oh, she's still in Victory, right?
Remember, that's why he takes care of her outside of the simulation.
So she's always in the simulation.
Always, yeah.
Crazy. So she figured this out, and they're like, this is what's happening. And
Jack was trying to kill her.
Why do you think that?
He was squeezing her so tight. Remember, she was like, "Get off of me, Jack." She had to bust his ass in the head.
You think he was trying to kill her?
Yeah, because remember, they can come back.
They can come back. Yeah.
Why?
Alice can come back.
He was going to kill her.
He could just come out and reset her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was trying to kill her.
Oh wow.
Remember that's when Margaret slit her throat? She came back.
She did. The women,
but you don't really die
in Victory, they come back. If the men die in Victory, they die. Because the women are already in a coma, so their brains don't think they're dead. The men are not in a coma. Craziness.
It's a little fuzzy, but
it is a little fuzzy. Like the whole last half an hour, although it gives you what happens, it's still like a little like, huh? Either way. So it's craziness. So he lays down with her in the bed every day, be hypnotized when he comes home, and then like spends the evening having sex and eating roast or whatever the fuck.
Fake fucking food.
Craziness. So she kills him.
Well, she had to because
she's trying to kill her to reset, and she killed him.
And I was like, kill his ass, kill him.
Appropriately.
Every time he kept trying to strangle. Well, he wasn't strangling. He was squeezing her.
He was trying to squeeze her. So she kills him with the glass. Bop.
Blunt object.
She laid out. I guess she passed out after she done killed him. And Bunny comes in the house. And Bunny's like, what the fuck?
Oh no.
And she's like, hey, we're in a simulation and I don't know what's going on, but hypnotizes. This is Allison trying to tell Bunny what's going on. Bunny like, I know. I chose to be here.
And Allison is such in a panic. She's like, wait, what? You know? What are you talking about?
You let me think I was fucking crazy.
And she's like, I wanted to be here. Because she was asking him. He was like, are all the wives in a simulation?
And she was like, no, I chose to be here. But everybody else is.
Yeah, like I chose this
What
life.
about the children? This is the part I feel like we mixed during the argument with Jack. She says, you know, what about the children that are here? He's like, they fake.
He said they not real. Don't worry about the children.
None of the kids are real. They all fake.
Period.
The kids are fake.
Right.
They all simulation.
Oh, that makes sense. That adds up. I like that the kids were fake because that means the kids didn't have to be hooked up.
Me too. Because she thought that everybody who wasn't the men were basically like, oh my gosh, it's so like crazy.
She's like, don't worry about the kids. The kids fake. Stay with me.
Real. Stay with me. Stay. Because our life is perfect and you wasn't happy.
You. He asked her, he was like,
she said, but it was mine. It was my life.
Period. Because he's like, you didn't like the work. You were so miserable. And I'm like, who's to say she was miserable though? She was tired.
She looked miserable. She was tired because she had to work so much. Maybe if he had a goddamn job, she wouldn't have to work so much.
I don't know, but she was a doctor. She probably still had them hours.
If he, yeah, you're right, because they work like
they work doubles like that anyway. Yeah.
And like 4 days a week, they work like 24 hours a day. Yeah.
I don't even think it was like, oh, because remember, that's what made me sad too. Because we were wind back and she was like, let's just leave. She's like, I'll get another job.
Yeah. She was willing to work with him. She was like, don't worry about it. Well, because he lost his job. So that's a part like we learn, we get the flashback of him losing his job early on in the movie. One of the flashbacks and the hallucination was that he lost his job. And she's like, it's okay. I'll get another job. I'll work more hours.
And he like, no, I found a place.
She just wanted to be with him. She chose him. She was choosing him at the beginning.
I know. And I guess she became a doctor and things failed.
She probably was already a doctor at that point.
She probably was a nurse.
This is what I'm about to say. If this is the type of shit you talk about where if you give people the chance, they may do what you're saying in the first place. Because she was choosing to work like that, like a dog, and still wanted to be with him. She was choosing him. If he would have given her a chance, who's to say she wouldn't have been like,
she might have vacationed a little bit.
Let's go to victory. She might have chose it. But the fact you took away her choice,
really?
Now she like, fuck you.
Whole time Bunny knew what's going on. Bunny like, girl, run.
Girl, you got to go because they die on the outside and then they're about to kill you. They have to kill you. You can't make it out. He was like, once you die, can't nobody bring you back. You just killed your lifeline. Mm-hmm. Which was like, damn. You have to, if he did, then you did. Because there's no way for you to, they can't do nothing for you. You just did. Yeah. So you have to get out right now. Because if you don't, they're going to kill you because they don't want you to get out.
I did feel bad for Bunny though. Because she was like, I'm here because my kids are alive here. Yeah. I was like, damn, her kids died. That kind of sucked.
I wish they would have unpacked the other couples a bit more.
I would have liked that. Yeah. That would have been nice. I want to
know what's going on with the other couples. I want to know what's going on with the pregnant girl, the new people.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't have mind getting a little bit more of like.
And also, I wanted to know, I guess we can save it for more because I did want to know more about some other stuff too.
You know, like in Stepford Wives, they did have moments where you kind of got to know the other couples.
Yeah.
Where like this, nice. They don't really get you to really know them. You only knew like Bonnie.
That was it.
Bonnie's on, and maybe Margaret. The only people that you got to get to know.
We didn't know what she did outside.
You didn't know nothing about them people. Yeah. So, Bunny's like, run, sis.
Run.
The shit is going down.
They're going to
get you. Runs. She gets out, and while she's outside,
she was so stupid.
Walks past the goddamn car.
That's what I was. Yeah. So she want to be in the middle of the damn cul-de-sac, looking around at everybody.
Bonnie told you to get out of here.
You don't have time. You got blood on your dress.
Bonnie said, "Get in the car."
The husband,
why are you walking in the middle of the street?
Where's Jack? All the husbands.
Nick Cole asked, "Whose blood is this?
Whose blood is this? What is happening?" The other stupid one that just got there. They said it was going to be safe. Nothing like this could happen.
Jack did. And it happened.
And
what do you think? So while they're disclosing this craziness, the lamppost at each house starts
busting.
What is
that? She started fooling with the simulation. I think it just started crashing. Like the system started crashing.
And maybe the wives started waking up or something. Because the wives were like, they was looking like, while she was talking, while it was going on, the wives were kind of like,
because like major alert. Because remember, like back at Frank's house, it was like major alert. Everybody stay in the house type shit. Mm-hmm. I think it started crashing because like one of your main players started crashing. So it's like, whoa. She's coming out of it. We can't control it, and the players did.
So she hopped in the car.
Took her 5 years and a day.
It did. It took her way too long. She's trying to get up out of there while the minions are coming up on her.
I'm gonna get her.
They're coming to get her out of the game. To probably kill her. Not probably, but they're gonna come kill her.
Oh, they was gonna kill her for sure.
They reset that whole house right there.
Yeah, that's it.
She's going to the headquarters. She's driving, and it's like a car chase.
She was doing her thing for a while.
She's getting out of there. She got out of there. She made it. She made it.
No, remember she started being stupid. Remember she crashed into the rocks because she want to be looking back.
Yeah, she did, but she got out and ran.
No, she did, and then kept looking back. No, girl, you don't run.
And then she looked over the hill and saw them coming up. I can't stop. Sorry, saw them coming up the mountain. I'm gonna bleep it out, y'all. I'm gonna bleep it
for sure.
Out. bleep. She looked over the mountain. She saw them coming up the mountain, and she's like running.
Yeah, and then she sees Jack in her premonition. What did it be a premonition?
Yes, I think that Frank did that. No.
No.
At the same time, Frank and Shelley in the house, and she's like, Frank is like panicking, like, Dad, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? Boop, 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 boop. Shelley was like, this stab.
Now it's my turn.
Got it. And I think that Shelley is the one who put the Jack on Alice's brain. I think Shelley is the one that simulated Jack there so that she would think she
be hugging her. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, stay with me. That's something a woman would think to do to another woman. For sure. Frank wouldn't have thought of that.
No. He was panicking. And I'm like, and she was really sitting there contemplating.
Stab.
Bye. Bye, Jack.
Oh.
Pushed it.
I would contemplate for my husband. I would think about it.
No.
I would think about it.
You wouldn't even leaving your husband because the boss just ripped him a new one. You're not staying. He just tried to kill you. He tried to kill you.
In multiple ways. You hear me always like, I stand 10 toes down and I'm sleeping for my daggone husband. I would have stayed at the house.
Mofo.
I would have stayed at the house.
Alice ain't got no kids. My sister's a doctor.
Oh, you
I'm leaving Jack.
Yeah, I guess. Look.
I'm a doctor with no kids in my early 30s. I'm leaving Jack.
Deuces, Jack.
Right.
I'm leaving you in the ocean, Titanic, boy.
I'm fucking leaving you. You just trapped me. You didn't give me free will. And you just tried to freaking strangle me.
So basically that's the end. She makes it out of the simulation. They do not tell us how she gets out of the bed because she's strapped to the bed. I was like, oh, we need about 10 more minutes of movie.
No, they wasted so much time in the beginning. Like, that's my grievance. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Well,
so that's the end of the movie. The end of the movie is she makes it out. The end. You ready to get into grievances?
Now I'm gonna say, should I save grievance? Or should
let's start with this. Did you like the movie?
Yes.
I also liked the movie.
I
thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a great time. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Do we want to do ratings?
Yeah. Okay, no, first answer. Would you be in victory?
Yeah.
Yeah. And would you stay? Would you stay if you found out, like Alice, at the end that you were in entrapment and took all of your free will?
That's the hard question, right?
Yeah, it is.
This is my thought. I know you're gonna laugh at me and play me out. You're
gonna
call me all types of goofy. I know.
No judgment. No judgment.
There's no such thing as no judgment.
This is a safe place.
It is not.
I will not judge you.
No, it is not. But if I'm being honest, I do think it would be an argument, like their argument. It's going to be a conversation. It's going to be a back and forth. Sure. But I don't think I would leave him. Do you remember when they was arguing and he's like, I love you. I love you so much. And she was like, I love you too.
And he tried to go down on her and she said, I need space.
Yeah. She said,
and he did not give her that space.
He didn't.
Another reason why I believe.
Because he was desperate. He was being desperate in the moment. He was trying to hold on to her.
But damn, give her a minute to process.
Yeah.
He doesn't respect boundaries.
He does not.
You truly do not love someone if you take away their chances of understanding.
I don't think you don't love him. I think you have an issue with boundaries.
I feel like you won't love me if you take away my free will. So I'm an independent.
If anything, woman. you want to control more than anything.
Yeah. So you don't really love me.
And the part of I forgot that we didn't talk about how he got into Victory was that he felt emasculated.
Ego.
He felt always like the woman-man dynamics was off or whatever the fuck.
Watching the damn YouTube video.
And Frank somehow convinced him, Frank's organization Victory, convinced him that this is the right path. I think that if the motive was different, see, that's the thing that like gets me. If I'm thinking about it, if the motive was just we can be happy here,
and I don't want to have you work as much,
want us to be happy. I don't want either one of us to work and the benefit would have been when we're not in Victory, we could work together to recruit.
Yeah.
Whatever he does when he's not in Victory, we could both be working to
She want to stop being a doctor.
Well, let's say I'll go be a doctor, or whatever the heck I do. Either way, this could be our oasis together.
For sure.
If it's pitched that way. But instead of pitching anything to her, he took away all of her options, he didn't give her anything.
Yeah.
So let's say if I was given the information up front and your motivation is for us to be happy, and your motivation is for us to not have to struggle, and that we have this place that says ours, and I'm all in. Mm-hmm. If I found out like Alice did, I don't think I would leave him, but I do think we're going to be beefing for some time. Sure. We're going to have some time of us not getting the fuck along. I'm not saying I'm leaving you. I'm saying get the fuck away from me because this is bullshit.
Yeah. And Alice's defense, I feel like she might have tried to do that, but he was squeezing her ribs.
Yeah, he was.
Being a weirdo.
He was being desperate.
You can ask me, but you probably already know my answer.
Would you go to Victory?
Would I go to Victory? The answer is hell no. You know what? No, really? No, what you said, if it was open communication and it could have been like an oasis, I would have went. I would have had no problem going and playing. Let's be for real. Let me be true to me.
You wouldn't have liked that.
I wouldn't have liked that.
All day. And she was cleaning the shit out of the house every day. I wouldn't have done that. The house would have been a fucking mess.
She was cleaning the shit out of the house. I would have cleaned the house.
No.
My issue would have been.
I'm not good at that. No.
My issue probably would have been cooking and fornicating every day. That would have been my biggest issue.
All I wanted to do is fucking watch TV. So I ain't cleaning up nothing. I'm not cooking. No, nope. I just want to fucking watch TV. That's all I want to do.
And we have some problems here, buddy.
I'm watching my shows. That's all I
we're fucking when you get home. That's the place.
And I'm going to sleep.
No, I would have loved to wear the outfits. I would have loved to wear the little dresses.
The clothes are so cute. There's no racism.
It was only two of us. So it would have been me and you. I don't know.
And Margaret.
I would have loved to go to the ballet class.
Come on.
Shopping experience seemed nice.
They had everything that you wanted there. I would have did it, but you ain't gonna expect me to be cleaning and cooking every day.
I would have cleaned every day. I would have cooked most of the days. We would have had a problem with sex, for sure.
Listen,
my appetite, his appetite was two different appetites.
Listen,
we would have had to work something out.
You said you would have had less.
Oh yeah, I'm not that. My appetite ain't that big.
You're not.
He would have had to put the electrodes on me just to crank it up a notch
every day. No.
Every day? The way the way they threw that food off the table, I just felt so disrespected for the food.
Listen,
I said, damn.
Listen. The way I was like, no, she didn't cook all that food on the floor.
And then that shit on the floor.
Mad. I was openly mad. Like
I was pissed. The disrespect. She just throwing the roast, throwing the green beans.
Nothing, and mind you, but it ain't nothing you could do to make me throw my whole daggone pot roast on the floor.
I'm sorry, no.
She was cooking all day. No,
all day. He come home
so mad. We can go to the floor, the couch, the bed, the island in the kitchen. not where I cook this food at. We can just be in this chair right here.
And see, and this is why we needed that lecture.
She threw it on the floor. She was like,
she didn't know any better. She was hypnotized. She didn't know she was throwing that good food, that fake food.
Yeah.
First of all, the food was fake anyway, so why are we really tripping? But like,
remember the egg scene?
Yeah.
I think that might be my favorite scene. Like, it was just like trippy. And she's like,
yeah. No, because I was like, why does she keep fucking cracking them? Clearly, they're defective.
My biggest issue is that she had her hand up like this.
Like a weirdo. Like, why you didn't call somebody? Like, hey guys, the eggs are fucked up.
Hey, my eggs is broken.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's going on with my eggs?
I would not have went to Victory. He would have to drug me and hook me up because I would not have went out of free will. For sure. It seemed nice in theory. I would love the outfits, but I don't think I could do it. The moment you found out,
you would have been like, oh, you getting murdered by choice. It ain't even.
Yeah.
You're gonna be because you're trying to kill me. I'm killing you now.
I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to leave, buddy. But see, in that situation though, maybe you sound like tactic. I would have been tactic about this one. I wouldn't have killed Jack because I was thinking about, okay, once we get home, who the fuck is going to explain where I've been and then why is Jack laid out dead?
So I think I saw something somewhere, maybe in a YouTube comment section that said that in a deleted scene, maybe, that, or in one of those scenes when they was doing a flash forward to what's going on right now, it showed a obituary or something like that. She's dead. No, for Alice. That's how he was able to keep her in the room and nobody knows that she's gone. She died. Well, he said that she was dead or missing, something like that.
Okay, read the ratings and then we're gonna circle back around.
Okay.
For sure.
All right. So what do we think the Rotten Tomatoes is for? Don't worry, darling. Let's do the critic score. What do you think the critics give it?
60.
Oh.
Less?
No, yeah, a lot less.
Wow. 40.
Almost 39.
Damn.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be that low.
They said it's not fresh at all.
Yeah,
because they probably thought it was Stepford Wives.
But Stepford Wives got like 30 something too. Remember, like 37.
And they didn't like it.
They didn't like it. They didn't like
all the feminists did not like this movie. It's
definitely Stepford Wives. It's like a serious thriller version of Stepford Wives for sure. But the audience score was 74.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah. And it's accurate to my score. My score is around 75. I give it a 75. Same. Yeah. Where it's good enough to watch for sure. It's good to tell people to watch.
But the beginning of it took too long. We could have saved some of it for the end to wrap up.
It dragged for maybe the first hour or so.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out. I was making up scenarios in my head. And once I'm
on the road, they wanted you to do that. They wanted you to like figure out the story. Maybe you can guess it. Maybe that's what they was doing.
I did not guess it until it was like past midpoint.
I don't think I figured it out, and I'm usually somebody who figures things out early in the movies.
Oh no,
I don't think I figured out that they were in a simulation.
Once she touched it, and her and Margaret did and
when Margaret was banging her head.
Yeah.
I still didn't think it was a simulation.
You didn't think it was a simulation when she slit her throat?
I genuinely, for most of the movie, I thought it was either aliens, or some type of government experiment.
Both make sense.
I did not think it was a simulation that.
And Frank went in the kitchen and was like,
Frank made up. I'm gonna make a game, and we're gonna be inside a video game.
Yeah, right.
We're gonna be in the upload. Like I didn't think that at all.
I thought I really confirmed when Margaret slit her throat.
Yeah. And she just rolled down the hill. They came and got her, and she came back.
Yeah.
And she was like, I saw it. And they was like, so.
Yeah. It was pretty decent though. Yeah, I'll give it like a
75.
I give it a 70, 75 range. It's a C for sure.
I give it. Never mind. If 75 is a C, I'll give it a B. So I'm gonna give it around an 80. but not like an 85, but an 80.
You just made it to a B.
Like a low B. Yeah, just made it to a B.
Yeah.
I love the way the visuals looked when it came to like the things that were supposed to give you pause.
It was nice, yeah.
You just brought the scene with her and like Margaret inside the ballet room. She's like banging her head and it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
You know, like that was really cool. The scene with the glass coming at her, that was really
nice. Cool. That was beautiful. She was wiping them smudges.
Yeah.
That was nice.
That was really cool. I also give it a that 80 goes for the creativity and the like, it's something different, right? Like it's like Stepford Wives. You get Stepford Wives, you get what's that movie? Surrogate. You get Ready Player One. You get all the things, but like this is a different take on those things. And I did enjoy it. I did enjoy that. So I give it an 80. I give it an 80. I give it 80. What is your edits? What is your grievances? What do you want to do differently?
Grievance number 1. Let's cut out some of the top half so we can put it in the bottom half and figure out then what happens now once she gets home. At least let us see her wake up. That would have been a beautiful moment of her eyes. Just
well, her eyes are already
she's
open.
Laying next to.
No, her eyes are already open.
But we could have. They was already doing
the struggle to get out the bed.
Something. Yeah.
Yeah.
We see the pupils dilate or something, and then her laying next to Jack. Dead as fuck.
He did.
Let's see that. I would love to see that. Right. Let's have just a quick flash. If the town was still operating peacefully with the new management. Right.
Yeah. Cause that could set you up for a part 2. Maybe they wasn't planning to do a part 2, but that could be like, oh, what happens next? Yeah.
Let's just see it happening for me. I definitely would have edited her putting that damn saran wrap over her face because it just pissed me off.
We didn't need that.
We didn't need it. I didn't fucking understand it. It pissed me off the way she was taking it off. But other than that, it was pretty decent.
It was really good. My grievances. Look, my hand. Where'd my hand go?
I see you. I see the thumb.
Harry Styles. He did a great job. Let's start there.
Yeah. Oh, he did.
Does he do a lot of acting?
Let's look at his IMDb. I don't know. He did
a great job in this. He did a great job. I would have used what we know him for more. And for some reason, I feel like if I know you, like Nick Carl, I know you for being a comedian, I'm gonna have you get them jokes off. You're gonna get them jokes off if you're a comedian. Harry Styles is known to be one of the best pop singers or whatever the fudge.
You want him to sing?
Let's have him sing a song. He can serenade somebody.
He was singing. He did that little video of "I will take care of you, I will love you," whatever he was singing to her, touching her lip while he was dripping the water. He did a little hymn of sorts.
Oh, but that's what she kept humming back to him, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't enough.
It wasn't.
They could have had him serenade somebody. I don't know why I wanted to do
instead of dancing. He could have been singing instead of dancing on the stage.
Yeah, and like sing the song, boy. Sing like you know how we know how to sing type of thing. Could have been what it was. I want more of the other characters.
Yeah,
we met this like a plethora of like couples. We could just pop in, like with Stepford Wives, to get a feel for those relationships and why they may have done what they did. Because we didn't figure out, well, it's likely that all the men did what they did out of insecurity and feeling inferior, right? Probably all of them feel that way. But at one point, I thought like, dag, well, this is at the end. Again, it could have happened earlier. I wonder how many of these women were just like kidnapped.
Damn, you think?
Yeah.
Not even married initially.
Because they asked in the process, do you have a pre-existing relationship? Right? So if they ask that means that some people might not have a pre-existing relationship.
Holy shit. Yeah.
I want more of
that.
What is all of this and why is all this other than just men are sad? Men are sad because these women make money. Okay, but also
I also wondered if Bunny's husband was under the assimilation or was he just fine coming up in there?
Exactly.
Like, we didn't know.
That's a great question. Because Bunny's husband was the doctor?
No, the doctor. This was the doctor that helped build the town.
Okay. Who was Bunny's husband?
I forgot his name, but he was. Remember when she was trying to drive off and he was trying to stop her, and then Bunny like pushed him to the side.
No, wasn't Nick Kroll?
See, it might have been Nick Kroll. If people tell me it was him.
Dinner. I don't know.
Either way.
Wait, Nick Kroll was not at the dinner.
No, that was Bunny's husband.
The Arab guy and the tall new guy was at the dinner. Mm-hmm. You're right. Nick Kroll is Bunny's husband. But
we don't know about him. If she put him in assimilation.
The amount of time they spent building the anticipation and the thriller of it all could have been spent giving story to all these other characters.
Yeah, they showed too much of them being a loving couple. And we kind of got
we had like 4 sex scenes. We got it.
I didn't.
We got it. We didn't need the one in the bedroom. We didn't need the one
at Frank's house. No, we needed the one at Frank's house.
Why?
Because if you think about it though, that was that first interaction of power. Because the way she was looking at him in the eyes, that she didn't even stop to tell her husband. In the way he was looking at her, you kind of knew some shit between them was going to be like folksy.
He saw that she could challenge him.
That's why I think we needed that scene.
Yeah, I guess so. We didn't need 29 million other of them, though.
No. We didn't need her knocking the fucking pot roast off.
Especially the pot roast.
We didn't need the pot roast.
Especially the pot roast.
We didn't need it.
Damn it.
Right. It was a lot.
Yeah, I think that's my biggest grievance is that we needed more of everybody else. Even though we could still have them as the center of the story. It seemed like there was potential with the other couples in the community that we didn't get to delve into.
Which would have been nice.
Yeah.
Because we only need Margaret's story.
At the back end, we also need what happened after the fact. They just stopped
a little bit. Yeah.
Like, did she just die in the bed because she wasn't able to get out of the bed?
No. I remember at the end, we can hear like a breath, like she took another breath. So I think that meant like she was alive.
In that moment, but after a week, she gonna die because ain't nobody there to feed her and take her off the bed.
No, she's off the bed. She got herself off the bed.
How? She's trapped to the bed. She was tied to the bed, legs and hands.
That's a little tricky there.
She can't walk away. He had her strapped to the bed.
That's a little tricky.
She had IV in her arm.
I couldn't remember her being strapped like that to the bed.
She was strapped up with an IV in her arm.
Yikes. I don't know then. To hell with it. She should have stayed. Yeah. Yikes.
Somebody in the YouTube comments said that they think that they got a divorce because Harry Styles had long hair. Like, he looked messed by the time they showed like how he looked for however long they was in Victory. He didn't take care of himself. So I wonder they got divorced and he had to like knock her out and drag her.
Because that makes sense, because remember he was in a separate apartment. He went to one apartment and then the other apartment. Yeah, you didn't see that? In the flashback, he went to one apartment and then in the next one, he went next door and that's where she was strapped up at. So the divorce.
I thought it was different bedrooms inside that house that they was already in. Because you remember she went, when they was arguing, the apartment. Yeah. They was arguing, she went into the other room and closed the door.
No, he walked down the hallway.
And look, it was that same hallway from when they was alive, when she was out, when they was out of the place, when they was both up.
He was just in one room. I could have sworn he went to another house. Because we did see him walking down the street.
We did, but I thought he was walking to the meeting for the sad boys.
No, honestly, Victory cleaned them in up. And I'm like, y'all could have just got what y'all needed and applied that in the real world.
In the real world.
And not been
But the women had to be there for the assimilation to work, I'm guessing. They had to be strapped up and hypnotized for them to be inside of their bodies.
Sure. But after a while, you should have some confidence built in some
Black Mirror episode like this. It was a Black Mirror episode like this as well.
I'm like, after a while, he could have figured something out. Okay, get my life in track. Let me apply this to this. I am worthy. Because he kept saying, that's why he kept saying, like, I have everything here. Like, I'm doing something important here. No.
Well, okay, so this is what I was saying. That maybe they felt that way because this was like innovative. This is the first go.
Oh, it was 100% innovative.
So he felt like he was doing something big and powerful by being a part of it at all.
So he can get more people. That's why I think he was a recruiter.
So
that makes sense for that to be the job.
That shit was wild.
To get, because like the other guy, the new guy that came, like, oh, I'm just so excited. I'm just so happy to be here. I'm just,
I think I'm gonna watch it again. I'm gonna get Chris to watch it with me again. See what I'm missing.
See some subtleties.
Yeah, it was good though. It was really good.
That was good. I'll give
it definitely had. To me, it has replay value.
Yeah, I'll play it again. I will probably fast forward some of it though.
That first hour.
Yeah, I didn't need it. Not all of
that first hour.
Like we at the first opening credits is like we're at a house party. Like, oh, we didn't need some of it.
We didn't need a lot of it.
And then this lady was pregnant, but she was drinking in the first half.
Well, in the 50s, they did that.
What the hell? That's nuts.
Yeah. Women drank when they was pregnant up until like 83. Until they discovered fetal alcohol syndrome. And
yeah, so that's like, wow.
It was like 80, 81. It was not that long ago. Women are still told to drink wine. No, they shouldn't. Them doctors. They tell you you can drink a glass of wine.
You cannot drink a glass of wine, people. Do not do that.
What they say. I didn't drink when I was pregnant, but I was paranoid.
As you should be. You can't. Well, I guess that baby's
they both still goofy.
No, I don't drink.
But yeah, women drank alcohol up until about 30, 40 years ago. That's crazy. Some of them did like heroin to go to sleep. They were told to do heroin, drink cough syrup.
Fucking nuts.
Opioids, all that stuff up until like.
Well, opioids kind of make sense because we just before the opioid crisis, but
they knew before the opioid crisis not to give women who had, because crack babies were a thing.
Oh, for sure.
Cocaine is an opioid. They knew before that.
Yeah, they did. Medicine has evolved, guys.
Maybe the late 70s, but like not that long ago, where they was like, yeah, go ahead, get your life.
Go ahead.
Get your life. I think everybody acted a good job. I think it's a good job. Good job, Olivia Wilde. She directed it. Shout out to you, ma'am. Do more. I would recommend people to see it for sure. Too. Do you have anything else to say?
No, it was a great movie. We will have more videos coming. We will. I'll be available. So,
we shall see, guys.
I'm always available to record and do a thing.
Yeah.
We gotta figure out what we want to do next.
You want to see Black Panther?
Yeah, I am.
No time soon. Eventually.
Yeah. Eventually. No. I planned to see it with well, I don't want, she probably don't want her name on the recording, but yeah, I did plan to see it with her. So we'll see.
All right. We'll see.
Bye.
Bye. Let Me Tell You is a part of the Loud and Wrong Podcast Network. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. You can also listen to us wherever you find podcasts.